but I was like, my weight isn't working. I'm doing these pitch meetings, and they saying if you just had 1 million followers, we would be doing this show. And I'm like, all right, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get 1 million followers. Run as a Juhahn, learn how to create content, and just started creating, and then it just took a life of its own. But it was that frustration of I'm not getting what I deserve.
Yeah. I think for me on that question too, it was like being in the
And
game.
we're out of time.
Motherfucker, fuck your feelings.
Jay going through a phase, yeah, phase 1, global domination, nigga.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate you tuning in to Fuck Your Feelings podcast, the greatest podcast that's ever existed. Make sure y'all hit that like, follow, subscribe button wherever you tuned in to podcast. Hey, man, let's get into it.
Hey, man, welcome to Fuck Your Feelings, the greatest podcast that's ever existed. Man, we got Clayton Thomas, we got Juhahn Jones, we got Deshaun Ross, man. This is fucking incredible.
I always hate the emphasis on the D in your name. We got Deshaun.
Come on now.
Shout out to Deshaun Ross. Man, I appreciate y'all. This is just a conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck y'all got. First of all, I started this podcast because I felt like with the cancel culture, comedians felt like they couldn't say whatever the fuck they wanted to say, and I felt like too much empathy is the death of comedy. It's good to have empathy, especially when it impacts black people. You need to have all the empathy.
Yeah.
If it impacts anybody else, who knows? But when it impacts Negroes, you definitely need to have some empathy. So, anyways, man.
Wait, when you say that, that makes me think you had dropped these clips online where he was like man on the street joints, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And it was like, yo, would you choose to save a dog or this black man, right? And I love dogs, bro. Like, I love dogs unconditionally. But it was so funny seeing white people answer, because it's like, nigga, you know I'm choosing this. You know what I'm saying? If I choose this, it was like the people who were choosing black people, you just don't want to seem racist.
Right. Yeah, most people chose the dog. It was some white people. I haven't probably shared them clips yet. There were some white people that said the human being, the black person. Yeah. But anybody don't. I started doing. And I'm gonna tell you why I did it. The Up Too Late. So basically, it's a network that was kind of interested in a late night. So they was interested in a late night show from me. And so I had shot a bunch of man on the street segments. I sent it to them. You know, white people in their notes. Well, the thing is, if you could do this, I'm like, all right, motherfucker. And so we had all this footage. Me and my homeboys went out and shot it. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just start putting that shit out on Instagram. I still got to go and shoot a whole nother batch of segments with their notes, but that's where it kind of stemmed from. But yeah.
At least you got notes. I mean, I think the beauty is you got the notes compared to if they be like, oh, we're going to circle back, or, we have something like this. You know what I mean?
They're going to look at this podcast too.
Y'all deal with that? Well, good. I hope they.
He said we had notes.
And what's most important is anybody that feel any type of way. Remember the title of the show.
Fuck your feelings.
Fuck your feelings. So this is I don't know if y'all ever experienced notes. I was just talking to my homeboy Lee about this. I had a show idea, sent it to some people that I thought I had a good relationship with. You know what I'm saying? When you done had lunch, you got each other's cell phone,
vibing.
You vibing. You like, oh, we cool.
They hit you with the wink and the gun.
Hey, brother. Hey, am I too loud, Lee?
No, you sound good to me.
This nigga watching the show with his dick out. What? So,
I thought you were just going to stop when he just watching the show.
I did too.
The show with his dick out.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. The fumble. Nigga fumbling with the pen. Oh, wait a minute.
And there's nobody there with him. So why is he just, shit.
We the show.
We can't even see this nigga.
So, anyways, I sent him this document. I sent.
Wait, cut to this nigga behind the curtain the whole time. Nigga,
what you saying, cuz?
In a different city. I'm sorry, good.
Hey, you just see his dick imprint coming through the curtains. So, but anyway, I sent the dude I sent these two different people that I thought we was cool. I sent them documents for the show, this pitch document. Anybody don't know what a pitch document is, before you get a show on the air, You gotta fucking type up what the show would be and all. It takes a long time. Nigga. This shit like 8 to 10 pages. Whew. You send that off, they read it, and then they like it. Then they bring you. They bring you. Right? They bring you in for a meeting or whatever, and they talk about it. Did a follow up. I'm like, hey man, y'all, you checked it out yet? Radio silence. Right? So I said, let me wait a month. You know what I'm saying? They busy. You never know what somebody's dealing with. Yeah. Hassan Minaj told me that, right? Mm-hmm. He said, you never know what somebody's going through. I said, bet that up. I said, let me wait a whole month. I waited a month. I text them again. Both of these people. Radio, still no reply. And I'm like, man, what the? I thought we was cool. Y'all ever done with that? Y'all ever?
Well, first, go ahead, movie guy.
Man, I've been dealing with that all of my career. Dealing with the notes and pitching stuff and the promises. There's so many promises in Hollywood. So many. Oh, yeah, just send it over and we can check it out. And, you know, what's the budget in this and all that. And it becomes like, so you get to the point you just say, let me just do it all by myself. Let me do it on my own, man. Because trying to prove, because once you actually get to a position where they are like interested, then they want to go and dissect it and change it and make it, you know,
theirs.
Yeah, it's always like they kind of want to just feel like they want to have their skin in the game. Like I had meetings at Lionsgate and, you know, talking about doing a film with them. Like, well, normally when we pick up a film, we like to bring one of our people in there and just somebody that we trust. It's like they just want to have their trust and be able to say that they did a nice portion of this, not you all 100%.
Yeah, they want to justify why they getting a check.
Man,
job doesn't fit. So here's the thing: what person did they want to be a part of your joint? Like, what would their role have been?
Maybe if it's like a line producer or somewhere like a high producer,
so they can tell
in
you
there.
No.
So yeah,
so they can tell you
yeah.
Don't like that.
That's what it be though. So what type of y'all deal with that too? Like, what y'all have anything that y'all trying to develop and you be sending it to people and people like, man, fuck all that.
Listen, man, you talking to a cat. The reason I got on the internet creating content was because I was going to so many pitch meetings. This is maybe, I had my final pitch meeting maybe 4 months before. No, I take that back. About 3 months before I ran into Juhahn. And I was having these pitch meetings and I'd be like, here's the, you know, I'm walking to pitch meetings with 6 shows. I'm like, here, yo, this is everything. We walking out this bitch with a deal. You feel me? And
options.
You give it to them, they dissect it, and they're like, okay, well, let's circle back, right? I ain't fucking circle back. So
buy that shit in the room, bitch.
Come right now.
You nigga pull out a pistol. Yeah. I'm not leaving
without a deal.
Without a deal.
Bro, you drop it on them, they listen, they love it, y'all leave, and then you get that fateful email or radio silence a couple weeks later. And then it was like, yo, I don't even know what to do. Like, that's the worst. The benefit is being able to be like, yo, y'all seen it? All right, I'm moving on to somebody else. But when you don't know what to do, so running into Juhahn at BT's taping, he was taping his Comedy Central half hour. Juhahn was there. Nice. Yo, man, when you gonna come down, shoot some sketches?
I was begging him for like
years.
And
you know how, like, dog, because, you know, Justin, fresh from CBS and so many other incredibly,
or as I like to call it, fresh from being fired. Y'all realize getting canceled is just them. It's a way of them just firing. We're letting you go
in a nice way, though.
Bye, nigga. Y'all, shout out to CBS, man.
But they gave you alley-oop and put you right on another show.
Well, that got
you're talking
too.
about
you talking about Rush Hour.
You're out of order. Yeah, it's Rush Hour, then MacGyver.
Yeah, they canceled. They gave me the alley-oop with MacGyver.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
for like you
4 years.
They didn't give me no alley-oop after MacGyver.
Take care of yourself, Justin. You be well.
You be when they but somebody ever hit you with the you be well.
You got a good 4 or 5 years.
I got 6 years altogether.
That's a good alley-oop. Like,
how many alley-oops do you want
from a network?
You want the skyhook?
Put him on this almost 10-year run.
Yo, let me tell you something. 6 years on a show, and you're black. You can see we looking at things like you white. If you're black and you get 6, you don't even get 4 a lot of times as a black guy.
That's true.
It's like being on Full House, nigga.
It could have been Homeboys in Outer Space. You could have been out that bitch at 13 episodes.
Right away.
Hey, but you know what's so crazy about Homeboys in Outer Space?
What?
We still remember it.
Facts.
Yeah, we do. I used to go to the TV tapers for Homeboys from Outer Space.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they used to do it as like a class, what's the fundraiser? So they would send a bus for us, and we come down, and we was like, "Oh, homeboys from outer space." And I remember
Fucking
going,
LA kids, bro.
Man.
I went to so many tapings growing up.
Damn.
So it's weird to like go to tapings and then you grow up, start doing this, and start hanging out with the people that you saw taping shows.
That's weird. It is.
It was very weird. Like not just seeing them on TV, like we were there at the tapings. Here's what's even funnier. So you know when you're at a live TV studio taping, there's people just walking around, like not producers, but just people.
Right.
And I'd always be like, yo, who are those people? Not the producers, not the writers, the random people. So then when Damon Jr. had his show, he said, hey man, why don't you come down one time? And I was walking, I said, I'm random people. I am who are those people?
You know what's so funny? Talking about Damon Jr. show. So I had a clip that people had seen on. I was going off on like Marlon and other niggas. We was going
on the
to
bus.
On the bus.
Yeah.
Because and people only seen literally like 2-minute snippets. That conversation was a 40-minute conversation of me just fighting comedians off. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. Y'all niggas ain't shit my shit. Fuck y'all. And so there was like, well, what would you have gotten out of us sharing? I said, bruh, I'm still trying to tap in with the black community, bruh. Yeah. I'm like, y'all have an African-American fan base. I'm still trying to tap into that. And Craig was on Craig West. It was like, well, I mean, we shared Damon Jr. show. Ain't nobody watched that shit. I said, but here's still the issue, bruh. Your last name is Wayans. You automatically black. You automatically connected with the black audience.
Because of the lineage.
Because the lineage. Everyone associates Wayans with Don't Be a Menace and In Living Color.
All of it.
And all the classic movies and TV shows. You see what I'm saying? I said, so that's what I would have got out of that. But I said I brought that up because you talked about Damon Jr. show.
Yeah.
I gotta see the clip.
Yo, the clip was crazy.
Yeah.
If you know Justin, like that's what I said to Justin about a month ago. I said, man, we were just having a random conversation, and I was like, yo, I feel like now we're friends.
Right.
Because we had never really got a chance to like kick it or like hang or like, you know, have like a heart to heart. It was everything just in passing. And this is about to be a gem. Okay. And I think as comedians, we have so many in passing relationships with people, but we think because we've been in passing that these people are our friends. So when you start to see them go on to do things, and you be like, man, you look out for me, man. I should be on Comic View. You know what I mean? It's an in passing relationship. So it made me realize, man, now developing a friendship with this dude, I'm actually able to get to know how he really thinks and not just assume. So with the video with all of them on the bus, and you
anybody that don't know, it was Marlon, Tony Baker, DC Irvin, Sidney Castillo.
Oh, that show y'all did recently.
Craig Wayans, and Marlon. I feel like I'm missing. Esau McGraw.
Yeah, young Esau. So, and we had this conversation, and I was like, 'cause I already had my points, so I'm like, man, Justin, don't think like this, and man, you're so blessed and loved. And then he was like, listen, I've been on the show for 6 years. I've been sharing everybody's stuff. Nobody shared anything. I could tell you the people who retweeted my stuff. I could tell you the people who were like, yo, check out MacGyver tonight. And I was like, damn, that's a good point. And it's like, when you got that built up for so many years of like, yo, I'm showing you love, why isn't that returned? I understood your motivation.
Right.
The delivery of it, you got to defend yourself, yes. But I think
it was an intense.
It never looked good.
It looked that way. Fuck all y'all. Yes. Hey, it's like a nigga with a machine gun jumping out of a window. Pop, 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 pop.
It's always hard to defend yourself, though.
Yeah.
Always.
Especially when it's now. I'm gonna tell you, DC was on my side. DC was like, hey man, I kind of feel where Justin coming from. Yeah. Sidney was kind of quiet. Sidney was like, understand, but I hear what you're saying too.
Want me down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back is tempting to all those who willing. The ones think I'm privileged. Hard work went into this. Lost friends, God bless. Cut hoes off too much stress.